What is up, promo gang? Yes, today I'm going to show you guys how I make my own logo. I did show you guys on Facebook. If you've seen it on Facebook, thank you so much. If you didn't see it on Facebook, welcome here. If you don't know, my name is Lachey Tree L. And yes, Hunty, I've been seeing some of these people out here getting these little whack ass logos, and people been charging them arm and a leg, and I'm looking like yeah, they probably use the same app that I'm using right now, which is Pixar. Okay, all right. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody got their own little hustle. However, I am here to help you save fucking money. Okay, period. You need money for your inventory, you need money for your business, you need that money coming back in your pocket and staying in your hands. Let's get it. All right, so let's just jump right into it. The app that I am using is Pixar. If you want to download it, click one of the links below. You've got APK, that's for Android. iOS is Apple. Okay. So the first tool that I'm using, you want to go to Tools, Clone. Clone has two circles and a line connecting the two circles. So when the circle is blue, that means it's picking up whatever is in that circle. Now when it turns white is cloning, so be very, very careful with that. And you want to go ahead and like do small strokes. Always with everything, do work in small strokes, small steps. Okay, so I'm going through this in small strokes. This is a little bit sped up. It took me 35 minutes to do this. You guys are seeing a 15-minute video. So yeah, I'm just picking up small parts and I'm just cloning it. As you can see, is making a whole lot of hair, which I wanted that purposely. I wanted a lot of hair. Now I'm trying to see how big I can get it. I didn't want it too much bigger than I just had it, so I'm going to just hit that backspace button quite a few times. So I'm going to attempt to do the exact same thing over here. However, as you can see, those black spots that are in the hair are going to get in my fucking way. I don't like it. So I'm just going to go take and clone some of the hair from the other side and pull it on to the right side. From the left side to the right side. You can clone absolutely anything from one side of your photo to the next, and that's exactly what I'm trying to show y'all. So like I said, when you see the blue, that's me picking up those spots, and then the white is cloning it down. So yes, I cloned me some extra hair into my ponytail. Yeah, what? Periods. Okay. So anywho, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep on going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until I get this photo perfect. Like I said, work in small strokes is very, very good and very, very easy to do. You do not have to. It does not take a whole lot of practice. However, this is my second draft that I recorded for you guys because I started doing it off camera and I'm like, damn, this is some shit that need to be recorded. Like this shit coming out amazing. So I started doing it. I did a practice on a whole nother photo, and then I just went through and did that. So what I am doing next is I'm using the remover tool. That's still under the tools category. So you want to click remover if you want anything removed out of your photos. Most of the time it's very, very seamless. However, as you can see, I was fucking up right here. It was not all that seamless. Like yet again, this is a draft. This is only my second time attempting this. Okay. The logos that you seen on Facebook, if you see my Facebook post, I'll post them to Facebook. I'll post them to here as well. Actually, the two logos that I have on the thumbnail for this video was the two logos that I had posted to Facebook. So I asked everybody, did they like the left one or the right one? Most people picked the one that was on the left. So on that one, I didn't have to do all this removing and everything. I just incorporated the hair into the photo. However, I had to keep on doing this. And you see me also cloning my skin, which this is good. Like if you want to hide tattoos or something, you could pick different parts of your skin and just clone your skin over the tattoo. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. For whatever reason, you may need to do that. Like you may have a fucked up tattoo that you don't want a memory of. All right, so like I was saying earlier, like as you can see, I'm trying to use the hair to cover those other spots, but y'all can see that's tacky, like that's ugly. But the thing about graphics and art and graphics, like they both have endless possibilities. So like what I come up with can be very, very different than what you come up with. That's just because art can be anything. You can make it into anything. It has endless possibilities. It's technically no right way and no wrong way to do things. Every photo is going to be tweaked a lot different than the last photo. I have never had two photos that I tweaked the exact same way. So with that being said, I erased all of that. Actually, I didn't erase it. I just hit the back button a couple times. And I'm going to go back to my remover tool, and I'm going to work at this a little bit better and try to get a little bit more of a cleaner result. Just because, um, hunty, I'm not a quitter, okay? I don't give up on shit, all right? It's just I don't got it in me. Like I gotta keep trying it. I gotta keep going. So I'm doing, like I say, I'm doing this in small steps. It's always good to do things on this app in small steps because small steps are easier to correct than big steps. So anytime you see me erasing something, it's only like boop, boop, boop. It's only a couple of minor little things, okay? All right, period. So now that I got that all done, that all out of the way, I'm going to go in with my Blemish tool. The Blemish tool is under the beauty tab. So scroll over to the Blemish tool and you just click it. Just tap on the screen. Tap, 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 tap. Tap on the parts that you want to blend in. It's going to blur it out. So it blurs out acne, all blemishes, spots. It blends your lace in to your scalp, hunty, okay? All right. And it will blend, okay? All right. Just be careful with it because sometimes it'll do some other stuff. So, you can always hit that back button if it ain't acting right. So, using my face tool, I'm trying to learn how to work this these skin tones really, really good because I'm going to show you these skin tones can help you with your contour and everything or whatnot. Like, hunty. When I say like hunty, periods, what? So all I do with the contour, I just put the skin tone over there. I erase everything and I start darkening the spots that I want to darken. So I go ahead and I do that, hunty. So I'm back on the Blemish tool. So I'm going to blend out my ponytail a little bit because I saw that when I had used the clone tool, it had created some spaces in there. So I'm going to gap those spaces together. Okay. All right. So, again, my favorite thing, I was telling y'all in one of the other videos, if you've seen it, you've seen it. If you didn't, here you go. This is what I was saying. You can use that Flora filter. It's under Magic. So if you go to filters, you'll go to Magic, you'll click Flora. You can create a cartoon with your person. All you got to do is click those three dots. You can either keep all of the colors that come in it, or you want to make it more natural looking, click the three dots. So I'm going to go back, pull that picture up, which I didn't have to do it like this. It was kind of a backwards way, but it's still a way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and take that and cut it out. I cut that out from that other background. And I'm going to go ahead and start tweaking this around and just start seeing how I want my logo to be and whatnot. So you're going to see me go through quite a few different type of things. Like, I'm just always just, like, I will literally just randomly click stuff. So whatever comes into my head, I'm searching for it. I'm clicking it. And I'm trying to see how I can get it popping. Okay, all right. So as you see, frame, nope, and that's ugly. Nope, it's not happening, girl. Like, go next. So let's go ahead and see what pops up next. And I'm just really trying to see what catches my eye the most. Like, I will scroll through fast as shit. So I'm starting to see some stuff that catches my eye. However, it's not really honestly what I want it to be. So I saw this nice little banner right here, and I'm going to go ahead and take that, tweak that, and use that to my advantage. I'm going to go ahead and hit the layer button at the top. The layers it looks like two pieces of paper stacked on top of each other. So with that, you can change what layer those stickers and the fonts are on. So one thing when you're doing this, you have to keep in mind, do not finalize those layers. What I mean by that, do not hit apply. See that apply at the top? And see how I can still move everything around. Do not hit the apply at the top, because if you hit the apply at the top, it will finalize all the layers, and then you have to start work from there. That's not gonna be good. You're not gonna like it. So don't hit the apply unless you're done with, like, let's say the beauty tool, a filter, or something like that. When you're working with these stickers and these fonts, do not do that to yourself, period, hands down, whatsoever. Okay, all right, so I scrolled back through the frames, and I found this not really nice, cute gold frame that I really liked. um it's going to center my cartoon on there, and it's going to pretty much just bring all of my stuff together. And y'all see what I mean by I'm able to move everything around? Like, I love this feature. This feature is only maybe a year old, maybe a little bit over that. But when I first started using Pixar, it was not like that, girl. Okay, all right. So yeah, I did erase some of the bottom of that frame, just to make everything nice, neat, and better. I didn't like it at the bottom of it, period. That's I just didn't. It contradicted with the banner. So the thing with this is, when you put it on a white background, it's really nice to use. You can change the I don't know why I can't get this out. Like, you could change the blend tool. So on the blend tool, they have different settings for that. So same thing like with your wording and you using the watermark. You pretty much watermark it that way. There's another way to watermark, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But the best way to do this is to, yes, go ahead and put it on there, honey. All right. So on that white background, you can change the blend. So I'm going to redo this, which is I'm going to do it really fast, just because I already know how I want it to be. Now, y'all see what I mean by them stickers. Once you cut yourself out, or you cut a person out, it automatically becomes a sticker. So you may have to touch up these ends. That, to me, I'm not tripping about that. At least I didn't have to cut out the entire thing all over again. It's not a whole nother job for me to do. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and tweak this, get rid of these little nasty little white edges. And I'm going to throw this back on there. If you guys didn't notice, I'm sorry if I forgot to say this. When I pulled up the Pixar, I clicked the transparent background. The transparent background is the white and the gray boxes when you go down and you scroll down to the to pick a background. So I picked my banner, I picked my frame. I'm going to go ahead and put everything on there. You see how it has the checkers in the background? That's the transparent background. This is going to allow you to have to keep everything, all your image and your logos 100% vivid, and be able to place it over anything without changing the opacity, the hue, all of that. Is going to stay exactly how you made it. You're not going to have to blend it into anything. I showed you the way of how to blend it, and this is the way of how to have it vivid and transparent on top of everything. So let's go ahead and put the font on there. I have everything all nice and set together. All I need is the font. All I need is to save it, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it onto another folder. I'm going to show you how it looks. So I showed you how it looks when you blend it, and shows you the other way. Yep, let's go ahead and save it. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I was playing Call of Duty. If you want to see any of my games, go ahead and go to my channel and go to my games, all right? So, anywho, let's go ahead and pick one of these newer photos I just took of this wig that I did for one of my lovelies. I'm going to pick up that transparent logo. As you can see through the logo. It does not have the white. It does not have black. No other colors other than whatever I put on that logo, because I put it on that transparent background. So it's nice and vivid. You can see everything. The resolution is really high. It's really nice and neat. And yeah, hunty, what? It looked like I spent some change on that, okay? All right? And I made it myself. So like I said, it took me less than 35 minutes to do this. You guys are seeing a 15-minute clip, but it took me less than 35 minutes to do this. And that's off me doing 2 or 3 drafts. So this is my second draft. And yeah, it turned out really, really well. So this is the first one. This is the high resolution one. I mean, the second one is high resolution too. So this is the second one that I came up with. Thank you for watching my video. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye.